Guys, and welcome to my channel DIY with Chaotic Bling. My name is April, and today I'm going to show you how I'm going to put glitter on the back of a t-shirt for a friend. Today's her homecoming and she wanted her last name put on the back with glitter. So normally I would not do it this way, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to make this last minute project work for me. So the materials that we're going to need, of course, you'll need a t-shirt, any style t-shirt you like. You're also going to need some iron-on transfer sheets. This one is glitter, so you can get any style you want. I normally would not purchase anything like this. I would normally get the rolls of Cricut or Silhouette transfer sheets, or I'll order online and get some, but because this was last minute, I had to pick this up at Michael's. It was $5. It's only one piece. It's 8.5 by 11. So again, like I said, I would normally not buy this, but it's going to work for today. You'll also need a ruler so you can measure out how big and long you need your letters. This is a T ruler, and I like using a T ruler, especially when I'm doing something like this, because it keeps me straight. It keeps all my letters and words straight. I'm also going to use my Silhouette Cameo to create stencils. This iron-on transfer sheet that I got at Michael's requires me to have a stencil. So I'm going to use my machine to create some stencils, some letter stencils. I just don't have those in my craft room. So I need cardstock to make that happen. So let's get started. Okay, so for the first part, I'm going to measure how long and wide I need my letters. So first I'm going to measure how wide, and I'm looking like I'm about 11 1/4 inch long, because I want to line it up with what's going on in the back of her shirt already. The length that I wanted, now that I know that it's 11 1/4, I kind of want to start it about 1 inch or so down, half an inch down from the bottom of the words. And I say I want it about 2 inches long. So I know my width will be 11 1/4, and my height is going to be 2 inches long. So we're going to put this to the side, and I'm going to start with my Silhouette Cameo software to create my stencil. Okay, now that I know my measurements, I'm in my Silhouette Studio Designer Edition, and I want to go down here and I'm going to create my own. Make sure I capitalize it. I'm going to choose a font. Let's find something really good, wide and bold. I need to make sure that I highlight it. Work on my measurements. I know that I need it 11 1/4. I think I want to make it like 3 inches long. We want to kind of make it big. That way, if 2 inches is too small, so what I've done here is turned it to the side because I wanted to be able to fit on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper on my cardstock. Okay, now that I've done that, okay, so I have my adjustments made on my Silhouette Cameo. I made sure that it was set for plain cardstock, and also changed my blade on my machine to a 3. So I make sure that all my cuts are going to be correct. I've also added my cardstock to my mat. So I'm going to go ahead and load my mat in. On mine, I like to kind of adjust it where it goes up a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and hit start so the cutting process can start on it. Now that it's stopped, I'm going to go ahead and unload my mat. And I'm going to carefully peel the cardstock from the mat. Carefully peel it away. Now you see on my mat, I am now just left with my letters. And these are the letters I'm going to use to trace onto my glitter transfer. So I'm going to go ahead and pull those off as well. And if I didn't mention this before, you are going to need an iron. That's one of the materials that you're going to need. So get your iron with your ironing board. Alright, I can go ahead and put this up, slide it back into place, and now I'm left with my stencil. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you how we do the tracing of the stencil and preparing our shirt. Okay, what you see here is that I've taken the stencils that I've cut out from my silhouette and laid them reverse side up so that way I can trace out these letters onto the glitter transfer sheet. I also forgot to tell you my materials part is that you'll need a kind of like a marker, a Sharpie. I actually have this fine little marker here. It's very fine. That way it won't be so thick because I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it through here or not. But you're also going to need a pair of scissors. So I'm going to put those there. So I'm going to go ahead and start tracing out my letters. Okay, now I'm going to use my scissors. I'm going to go ahead and cut off what I did not use because I may be able to use this for something else one day. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that off. Put that to the side. And go ahead and cut out my letters. So let me go ahead and cut out the letters and I'll come back. Okay, I've gotten all my letters cut out, and for the A, what I used was an X-Acto knife to go ahead and cut out that middle part. One thing I did not do is read the package really well, but I could have even went on ahead and used my Silhouette Cameo to cut this out, but I'm afraid that the blade on my Cameo may have really ripped this type of material because it's very thin. But I've gone ahead and made sure that my letters are even. And I made sure that we're straight with using my T-ruler. So at this point, my iron is heated up. And I'm going to take a thin piece of fabric here. And I'm going to lay this fabric over the transfer. This will allow the transfer to not burn as well. So I'm going to go ahead and place my iron over the transfer, and I'm just going to kind of run it over, and I'm pressing down firmly. Now that we're done, it's all done. I want to make sure that I didn't go through to the other side. And voila, we're done. Looks good, huh? Okay, you guys, we're done with our project. Looking good, looking good. I like it a lot. If I could review the product that I use, the transfer sheet that I use, I would say it's very thin. I know on the package it said that we could use any type of cutter, but I thought that my blade on my silhouette would actually rip it, and I did not want to take that chance since I only bought one sheet. But I'm very happy with the end product of the shirt. I hope that she likes it. It added something to the shirt. But if you have any comments, please leave them below. I hope that you subscribed. I hope you liked this project. If you didn't, go ahead and hit the dislike button. And also leave a comment. Let me know what you didn't like about it. But I thank you again for tuning in to DIY with Chaotic Bling.